Not enjoying your weight loss journey as much as you thought you would? Are you finding yourself more frustrated, more disappointed, and less motivated than ever? I've been there, and I've counseled countless others in the same boat of chasing ineffective goals. Over here in Club 40 and 50, we don't have the time nor the energy to give to goals that are not leading to a happy place mentally and physically. So today, let's get clear on the goals that are a waste of our time, why they are a waste of our time, and the types of goals that will be more effective and more rewarding. Ready? 1. Let's talk about the scale. Growing up, I recall stepping on the scale once a year, usually for those annual school physicals. Doctors and nurses seem to use that scale data information to help them determine how much medicine to give if needed. Then something changed during the teen years that sadly carried over into adulthood. TV show after TV show, we saw women starting to teach us indirectly that the scale was a predictor of how to feel about ourselves for the day. If the scale number was favorable, we could be happy, hold our heads high, and walk with a little extra sachet, right? But if the scale number wasn't what we wanted or had hoped it was, internally, all hell was breaking loose. I wonder if that is why today we have such a love-hate skewed relationship with the scale. What I've learned on my journey of losing over 80 pounds is that focusing solely on reaching a certain number on the scale, that can lead to frustration and impulsive behaviors. Weight loss became an easier process when I understood that the scale does not reflect the total picture of health and fitness. Like, were you aware that the number on the scale is a calculation of a multitude of things? Water retention, our skeletal bones, muscle mass, stagnant waste matter. Instead of checking with the scale to see if we are going to bully or celebrate ourselves, instead of allowing the scale to dictate everything for you, are you noticing, are you observant of the fact that your clothes fit looser, different, better, that you are no longer reliant on shapewear to hold you in, you're using it only to smooth you out? That feels good. Those are the types of goals that sustain your will to keep going. And let me let you in on a little secret. I am about 15 to 20 pounds or so above the targeted weight I thought I wanted to be at. But I like where I am better right now. Little belly pudge and all. My immune system is better. My energy is better. My sleep is good. Overall, I like me better at a slightly heavier body weight. 2. The next goal holding you back actually has something to do with shopping for a bra. During my last visit, I had a conversation with a young lady in her early 30s or so about bras, of course. More so about when to have alterations done to your bra after weight loss. The bra expert says, "Oh, you're planning to lose weight? May I ask, what are you going to do?" This beautiful soul said, "I'm going to be exercising for 2 hours a day and not eating." I was thinking not eating deep dish pizza at night or an entire box of insomnia cookies, but no, she clarified. She was not going to be eating for long stretches of time, meaning days in a row. And I thought, are we there? Are we over here in our 40s and 50s? Have we reached a point in our minds and our bodies where not eating is the only seemingly viable option for weight loss, given the vast amount of quality information about health, nutrition, and fitness that we have access to? I am a former diet hopper. Initially, at the beginning, most of those diets did result in some type of loss: water, muscle, variety, taste, flexibility. The list goes on. A common thread among those diets were that at some point, little concerning things started to creep in. There were too many nutritional gaps, blood panel results not reflecting healthy, and most upsetting was my metabolism, the rate at which my body digested food. That got slower and slower. Were you aware that eating less food than our body requires, known as a calorie deficit, for too long can actually train our metabolisms to slow down? Yeah, it can. To lose 80 pounds and maintain that accomplishment, I have found the most success from establishing eating principles for myself. Those principles have evolved as I grow and I evolve. So today, the principles I govern myself by at first and foremost is to eat in a way that is calming for my digestion. That ranks number one. Also, one of the reasons why I've never done a fitness competition, because my digestion says no. I've taken the time to study myself, to learn myself, and I do best and have more energy throughout the day, less cravings, and a better outlook on life, hence a better mood, when I eat 3 full meals that include a hand-sized portion of protein at a minimum, sometimes it's more, along with cooked vegetables and about a half a cup of slow-release carbohydrates. Taking the time to learn your body, what works best for you nutritionally for your digestion, your energy level, your sleep, your hormones. That is a better use of our times than diet hopping. Of all of the diets that you have tried, take the elements that really work for you, put them together, and construct a nutritional plan that is best for you. That is a better use of our times than reading the next diet book and jumping on that. 3. Let me know if this has happened to you. I enjoy watching workout videos, listening to nutritional podcasts, and all things health and fitness related, especially when I'm working out or meal planning. But then I noticed something. At some point, I was no longer pulling inspiration from those sources. Instead, I started comparing myself and no longer appreciating what I was doing or where I had come from. Comparing ourselves can lead to disappointment and engaging in behaviors that derail us, including quitting. Comparing is not a fair measure of our own progress. As we are scrolling the internet, shopping for clothes, or passing by fellow gym goers, it is important for us to know and remember that everyone's body responds differently to diet, nutrition, and exercise. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Compare yourself to the you last year, 6 months ago, last month, yesterday even, and see and evaluate and celebrate how you're doing better with each passing day. Did I tell you that one of my goals for this year at least is to do 10 or more solid push-ups? That may not seem like a big thing, but for me it is a huge goal because my upper body strength is not good at all. Instead of throwing a pity party over what someone else has or what they are capable of doing, I get to use all of that mental energy and time towards my push-up goal. I'm almost there, by the way. I can do 7 good solid ones before I need to break. Take a break, but I'm getting there. 4. You've heard the advice to not put all your eggs in one basket, right? Same goes with weight loss. Concentrating all of our resources, time and money, into only losing weight, i.e. seeing the number on the scale go down, is a goal that could, down the line, hold you back from your celebratory before and after moment. You do know that weight loss is just one aspect of health, just as the number on the scale is one form of data. More times than I care to admit, I would consciously or unconsciously derail myself, eating in ways and foods I knew created inflammation and puffiness each time the scale wasn't reflective of weight loss. It took some learning for me to realize that my focus was too narrow, not understanding that our bodies could be starting to shift into fat loss mode. That the number on the scale may say hold, and that's okay. That hold doesn't mean we're not still progressing. That would trip me up and derail me time and time again. I would get on the scale, see the number, and it wasn't reflective of what I wanted. And then I would engage in behaviors that literally took me back to ground zero. Yeah, that's sounding like you? When we view weight loss from a broader standpoint, we start noticing inches lost. That's a good thing. Better sleep, despite pesky hormonal interruptions, a more positive outlook, and increased stamina for, the things. It's okay to take your eyes off the scale while still eating and moving based on your goals and still reach your goal. And to be honest, that is a much more mentally supportive way. Yeah, that's what we want. 5. Have you fallen victim to the liposuction approach to weight loss? Where you hold the belief that a particular exercise is going to remove excess from a certain spot on your body. Remember exercise videos like Buns of Steel, Crunch, and Booty Ballet? I used to own all of them, and I did them regularly. As much fun as those workouts were, they failed to spot reduce the areas I wanted and believed they could fix. Holding on to the notion that spot reduction is a real thing is a return on investment that is going to be pretty underwhelming. Why? For fat loss or sustainable weight loss to occur, setting genetics aside, our bodies have to let go of excess throughout our entire body, where it wants to release it, not where we necessarily want it to be released. The 1 or 2 areas where we cross our fingers and hope to lose weight, that most likely will be the very last place that we'll lose weight. That is why at this stage of life, to achieve results we can maintain, our goals and focus need to be inclusive of sleep, nutrition, and strength-based exercises like these. I'll see you here next.